Hey guys, it's Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. This is a quick 15-minute yoga workout for relieving stress and relieving tension. So we're going to go through some restorative or kind of yin yoga here to help with releasing tension from your muscles, to help with getting rid of muscle knots in kind of your head, your shoulders, your hips, and helping you wind down, but also helping you recover more quickly from your other workouts. So lots of purposes from this routine. I'm going to be using 2 blocks for this routine. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can also use foam rollers. You can use a stack of books. You can also probably get by with a coffee table or just anything that's going to bring the ground up about a foot, 10 to 12 inches. We're going to get started in a standing position and working with some breath, working with some movement just to help relieve some stress and get going. Go ahead and start at the top of your mat. You can stand with your feet 6 inches apart. And turn your palms to face forward, arms at your sides. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths in and out of your nose. As you inhale, getting taller. And as you exhale, consciously relieving stress through your shoulders. So mindfully getting rid of stress in your shoulders, your neck, and your head. 2 more breaths here. You can also work on building awareness through your body, so kind of moving your toes, moving your fingers. Anytime you can work on body awareness, that helps to draw stress away from the mind. All right, take a big breath in, lift your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, swing your arms out, and come into a very shallow forward fold. So your hands kind of reaching toward your knees, maybe down the shins, getting a little bit of a stretch through your hamstrings, letting your chin relax toward your throat, but staying somewhat active through your thighs and your abs here. As you inhale, getting a little bit longer, maybe kind of lengthening the front of your torso, pulling your chest forward and up. And as you exhale, kind of relaxing into that fold a little bit. All right, coming back up, drop your hips, pull your chest forward, big inhale, arms up. And then release your arms to your sides. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, bend the knees, another forward fold. Bring your arms out to the sides. Swan dive, kind of bringing your chest forward and up. Bringing your hands to your knees, to the shins. If you have those blocks, you can bring your hands to the blocks. Bend your knees. Make sure that your back stays flat. Relax your chin toward your throat, but make sure that your lower back isn't poking up above your hips or kind of making that C shape with your spine. It's a great idea to record this and look back at it later, and you can kind of see what your body looked like. From here, inhale to a half lift. So I want to have you bring your hands to your shins, your knees. Pull your chest forward. Make your back flat, just like you would for a plank. You're going to feel stretching through your hamstrings here. Bend your knees as much as you need to so you can keep your back flat. Weight is slightly forward, so you might feel like you want to fall over, and that will help you engage your core. Take 1 more breath here, and then exhale, fold. Tuck the chin, look behind you. All right, drop the hips, pull your chest forward. Inhale, arms up. And release your hands to your sides. All right, 1 more of those, running through a little more quickly. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, half lift, pull your chest forward. Lean slightly forward. Exhale, fold. And then big step back with your left foot. Bring your right foot to the outside. Bring your left knee down. Bring your blocks inside your right foot and pull your chest up into a lizard. So this is a really nice hip stretch. I want you to focus on that really slow, controlled breathing. As you inhale, get taller. As you exhale, relax your hips into the stretch. 2 more big breaths. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Relax your hips. You're not trying to push yourself deeper into the stretch here. You're just allowing gravity and you're allowing your exhales to work deeper, but not really pushing yourself further. From here, straighten your right leg until you feel a stretch through your back of your right thigh and keep your chest lifted forward and up. So kind of coming into a modified half split. Typically your right foot would be inside the blocks, but this is just a different modification. Keep your chest pulling forward and up. Keep your toes flat on the ground if you can. If you can, you might need to lift your feet away from the ground. That's fine. And then again, keeping your chest lifted up. 2 breaths here. Make sure that that back stays flat. Bend your knee more if you need to. Think about keeping the chest up. All right, and then switching sides. You're gonna bring your left foot to the outside of the blocks. Right leg is back. Inhale, lift your chest up. Get a really nice big chest, really good posture. And as you exhale, relax the hips. Allow your hips to sink forward. Make sure that you're not holding on to any tension in your shoulders or your neck. You can even shake your head side to side if you want. Relax your chin in toward your throat if that feels good. You want to make this more intense, you can bring the right leg further back. But really, I kind of want you aiming for an intensity of a 3 to 6. So you don't need to push yourself to a 10 here. With stress relief, with tension relief, we want to find a degree of the posture that is manageable, that allows you to relax. And then use the breathing and use gravity to do the rest. All right, moving to that half split position. Straighten your left leg until you feel a stretch. Keep your chest pulling forward and up to protect your back. Notice that I'm not rounding my back here, but pulling my chest forward and up, keeping my back flat. Feeling the stretch now through the back of the left thigh. If your knee hurts for whatever reason here, put a pad, put a towel, put a cushion under your knee pad, under your knee. There's no reason to have knee discomfort when your knee is on the ground. One more breath here. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Okay. Go ahead and release. You can take it down onto your chest. If you have those blocks, you're going to keep those up at the top of the mat. Bring your butt down toward your hips. Relax your head toward the floor into a child's pose. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. Try to keep your back flat here. If there's any pain in the knees, lots of guys have knee issues. Bring your hips further away from the knees. You don't have to have your butt touching your heels. Whatever feels comfortable for you there. Keep in mind, these blocks also have different settings. You can turn them down to a lower setting if that feels better. Just one more breath here. And then we're going to move to a child's pose side stretch. Move the blocks, just kind of push them out of the way. Bring your left hand where your right hand was, and then bring your right hand outside the mat. Relax your head down if you can, and try to create length from your left hip to your right hand. So feeling the stretch through the upper back. 3 breaths here. You can lightly press your hands into the ground to increase the intensity of this stretch. Again, just make sure that you're not pushing too hard. The goal here is to release tension, not to get a new PR with your flexibility. Last breath. All right, switch sides. So now your right hand comes to the left edge of the mat. Left hand comes outside. Stretch from your right hip through the right shoulder. Forehead is relaxed down. Deep breaths in and out of your nose. You can press down through your hands for a little more engagement. Squeeze your abs if you're feeling like your low back is a little uncomfortable here. So anytime the low back is feeling discomfort, you can kind of fix that by squeezing your core, helping to support those vertebrae on the lower back.
One more breath. All right. And then come back to the middle. From here, I'm going to have you bring it onto your chest for a Sphinx pose. So relaxing your forearms onto the ground. Flipping your feet, pressing the tops of your feet lightly into the floor, and lifting your chest away from the floor, but actually using your forearms to support yourself here. So this is a nice supported back bend. Usually back bends are very active, the way that I teach them, but I want you to be a little bit more relaxed here. So using your forearms, seeing if you can lengthen the top of the head away from the hips, so getting length first, and then getting height. And just maintaining really nice, slow, controlled breathing here. You don't have to go as high as you possibly can. You don't have to try and mirror what I'm doing. Just lift up to the point that you feel you're getting a nice stretch through the back, maybe through the front of your torso, kind of through your abs. One more breath here. And then release. All right. From here, I'm going to have you take it into a seated position, and whatever is comfortable for you seated. So if that means you find a chair and you sit in it, great. If you have blocks, you can sit on them with your kind of in a kneeling position like this. You can sit on it kind of in a squat position like this. Maybe you sit in, the traditional yoga cross-legged position. Just find a comfortable seated position. Lift your chest up, so you want to have the best posture you possibly can. Lifting the chest up, bringing the shoulders down and back. And then from here, lean your right ear toward your right shoulder. Bring your left hand to the left side of your head. Push 5 seconds, medium to hard, pressing your head into your hand, pressing the head back into your hand. And then relax it. Allow that right ear to come closer to the shoulder. Now bring your right hand to the left side of your head and very lightly pull the ear toward the shoulder. 3 breaths here. So just a really nice controlled stretch for the neck. You'll feel this from your ear all the way down to the shoulder. And make this more intense, you can bring your left hand behind your lower back, kind of pressing that elbow back. All right, and then back to the middle. Take a breath to kind of reset. As you exhale, lean your left ear toward your left shoulder now. Again, press your right hand into the right side of your head. Press back with your head. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then relax it. Allow the left ear to come toward the left shoulder. Bring your left hand to the right side of your head. Lightly, very lightly pull it down. Feeling the stretch from the right ear down to the shoulder. Again, you can also bring your right hand behind your low back here to make this stretch a little bit more intense, whatever feels good for you. And you've got 2 more breaths here. By the way, if you're wondering what I use to count breaths, 10 seconds equals 1 breath. You might not be there yet. You might not ever get there, but it's something to strive towards. So making that breathing nice and long. All right, and then back to the middle. Again, bring your right ear toward the right shoulder. And I want you to turn to face the right shoulder. And then bring your right hand to the left side of your head. Press into your hand. Press into your head. 3, 2, 1. And then relax it. Maybe pull it a little bit closer into that stretch. Looking down at your shoulder. However you want to kind of get that stretch through the back of the head. Maybe pushing it over with the left hand. Maybe just holding your chin, holding your head. Whatever works for you to get that stretch. Again, you can bring that left hand behind the low back. A couple breaths here. All right, and then we switch sides. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Turn to face your left shoulder. Again, press your head into your hand. Press your hand back into your head. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then allow that stretch to deepen. Deep breathing in and out of your nose. You want to make that more intense. Use your hand. Pull it in a little bit tighter. Not to the point where you're really struggling here, but just to the point where you feel like you're getting a nice stretch. Right hand can come behind the lower back here. Make sure you're staying tall in your seated position so you still have your hips and your abs supporting you. Shouldn't be any low back discomfort. You can modify your seated position if that's happening. All right, one more really good breath here. All right, and then back toward the middle. From here, we're going to take it onto your back for a reclined figure 4 stretch. This is a really nice one for your hips and your low back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Make a figure 4 with the leg. Flex your right toes toward your shin, and then grab the back of your left thigh. Lightly pull your thigh in, making sure that you keep the right knee facing toward the outside, so protecting that knee, toes flexed. If you can relax your head down, great. If not, no worries, you can keep it lifted slightly. And we're here for 3 breaths. So this is a really important stretch for your hips, for your back. This stretches your piriformis, this stretches your glutes, and if you have any sort of sciatic pain, this is going to be your go-to stretch for that. All right, and then we'll switch sides. So cross your left ankle over your right thigh now. Again, left knee faces out. Flex the left toes toward the shin. Reach through, so kind of, again, threading through your thigh here, grabbing the back of your right thigh. Breathing in and out of your nose. Trying to keep your head relaxed. So if you can get your head on the ground, great. If it doesn't quite go there, you can put a block under your head if that's comfortable. Keep in mind, you can hold these postures for much longer than we're doing them in this video. If you want to go back and maybe watch it in, I don't know, quarter speed, or if you just want to go back and kind of look at the postures and do them yourself for 1 or 2 minutes, that's a great idea. One more breath here. And then release. And our last stretch, I'm going to have you take it into a recline twist. Bring your legs over toward the right hand on top of your left thigh, left arm to the outside. Big stretch here from your left thigh up through the low back. Get your torso to face as straight up as possible and get your hips to face to the outside. Look over toward the left. If it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. Just kind of veg out on this last stretch. Big breaths in and out of the nose. Two breaths. This is kind of a go-to stretch for low back pain, by the way. So keep this in your repertoire. All right, switching sides. Inhale back to the middle, arms out. And as you exhale, legs to the left. Bring your left hand on top of your right knee. Reach your right arm out. Again, torso facing up. Hips facing out to the left. Look over to the right, so that way we get a stretch through the neck as well. And take 3 really deep, calming breaths. As you exhale, kind of releasing tension through your back, through your shoulders. So using that exhale to help control your body, telling your body, it's okay, you can relax. All right, and then back to the middle, and we're going to end it in kind of a reclined butterfly pose. So this is totally on you, however long you want to hold this. Bring the soles of your feet together, kind of bring them up toward your groin as much as possible. Allow your knees to relax toward the floor, and bring your arms up into goalpost arms. So your elbows are relaxed on the ground, your palms are facing up. If this is uncomfortable, you can just keep your arms at your sides. But then you're just going to hold that for as long as you want. So again, deep breaths in and out of your nose. As you exhale, working on releasing that tension. So not working on releasing the tension, but more so just letting that exhale relax your muscles. And again, staying here for maybe just 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, or maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes, but totally up to you. But hanging out here as long as you want until you feel like it's time to get up.
All right, great job on that workout today. If you're following along to this routine as part of the 7-day challenge, keep it going. And if you haven't already signed up for my free 7-day challenge, you can do so at the first link in the description below. This is a 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge featuring 15-minute workouts and daily emails to help hold you accountable. This is an awesome way to get started with yoga, and it's free. Again, click that first link in the description below, and you'll get your first workout delivered to your inbox in just minutes. I'm also adding in a bonus head and neck essentials routine. This is a previously members-only workout that I'm making available for free when you sign up. So again, click that first link in the description below. I'll wait. Do it. And if you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe. You'll be the first to know when new workouts and new videos are released. Like a video if you liked it. And if you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave a comment. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next video.